Princess Diamond. Thank you, Mother Earth, for being alive every day. Thank you for roof, food, and clothes. Thank you, God, Jesus, to send those to help me through times. Amen. I am beautiful. I am handsome. I am smart. I am creative. I am confident. I am strong. I can adapt. I can grow my garden. I can grow my own garden. I can manifest a better Mother Earth. And I can treat others the way I want to be treated. So to be a peaceful Mother Earth. Amen. Thank you, brothers and sisters, for joining. Send lots of love, light, healing, and protections to all. Thank you, brothers and sisters, for joining. Thank you for liking. Thank you for subscribing. Thank you for leaving beautiful messages. Always gratitudes. Thank you to the mentors. Infinite Waters, Real Smart, and the cat down the road. Thank you. Thank you to Ismael Perez. Thank you. And thank you to all the beautiful brothers and sisters who continuously speak up and not give up. As in this program world, we're all on this journeys of our chakras, of our emotions. We're continuously dealing with stuff every single day. And we are continuing on helping each other, and everybody is growing every single day. Every single day we're growing. Every day. Oh, she was in there. There she is. And we just continuing on going through this journey all together. As everything is happening for a reason, how everybody is in different programs because certain things people believe and believe not in this program world. As I thought, there was only 3 Trumps, but there's 4 Trumps. There's the good Trump. I'm looking for peanuts for the squirrels. There they are. Miley, I'm not going down. You be wait a sec, please. She wants to go down and get pets and stuff. There's the real Trump, and then there's the 2 other Trumps. They're not, one of them an actor, and the other one I think is an actor too. And then there's the negative one. So that is why people have a different cereal on. I had this upside down, didn't I? Sorry, just give me a sec. Sorry about that. I was trying to open the peanuts for the squirrels. No, I just can't wait till all the truth completely comes out about everything. Like, I think a lot of us is tired of being in this matrix, right? Trying to deal with a lot of the same stuff every day until we somehow get out of this negativity. Because as empaths, we suck all these people's energies and feelings and stuff and whatever they're thinking too. Like, this guy goes by on a bike and he's like, before he even said it, copper came in my head, right? So he was collecting copper and things like that. And a lot of the ringing in our ears is due to us being psychic and communications and stuff, right? Like, whatever they're gone through, it goes like right sucked sucks right into us. Like, that's how we can understand how other people and what people are going through. It don't matter if they're like across the earth, around. It doesn't matter where they are. We can feel their energies, their feelings, their communications, their things that they're going through. And a lot of people are going through a lot of these negative things and these repeats and a lot of these NPCs. Like, example as an NPC is this couple, this guy. I call him the scooter guy, but he no longer has a scooter. But how I collect my cans and stuff, right, to make extra money. And he's always shows up. Like, it's not coincidence that this guy keeps showing up. And like, when I'm not doing the cans and stuff, I go to the stores and all of a sudden he shows up in the same spot I'm going. Like, I go to the crosswalk, he shows up. I go to the store, when the store, he goes to the exact same store. And then, like, this Saturday that's passed, I went to one of the stores, and what's the coincidence? They were both in there, staring me down. So that is the inorganic ones, the NPCs, who are trying to bring down my energies. And that's what they do. These negative reptilians, these negative people, these inorganic ones, these cabals, they don't want anything good for us. This is why we're proud to see more brothers and sisters waking up to the truth and more of the truth. But when they actually reveal more of the stuff that they're actually doing, people are going to be very upset, be sick, be angry, just outrageous. It's outrageous what these negative people constantly do and what they do. Here's all the birds. See, lately the birds, as we last time, is that big bird that tries to get them all the time. And I know that it's not around when they actually all start coming back for food. Look at all the doves. Holy. But the negatives don't want us to be on a high vibrations. They don't want us to speak the truth. They don't want any of us to be up there. They want us connected to the artificial intelligence stuff, which I'm not. No chips, no nothing. You're not, it's my body, not yours, not taking none of that. No, I'm not taking any of their nonsense stuff. And, you know, as soon as I figure out to detach from their foods and stuff, eventually, which I have to do, because they put stuff in our foods and our clothes, and we're not really supposed to have any, like, negative smells off of us. It's just the food that we eat. Right? And then they got the deodorant and stuff that's not good for us. And a lot of the stuff has metals in it and that, and plastic, right? These negatives don't want any good for us. They don't care for us. You know, we have to care for ourselves. And the more brothers and sisters that we see gather and be more together, the more unity we have, the more power we have. We have the power. None of these governments, puppets, police people, because I call them puppet police, because they are going with their law. Like in the Matrix, in the 3D, people are not questioning anything. Okay, what they're doing is they're just obeying, whatever it says, obeying. They're not saying, no, that doesn't sound right. That's not acceptable. It's just like I'm going to do this upstairs because There's the nosy neighbor who lives out front. He's another NPC. He just doesn't stop. He does the same things over and over and over. Anything he can do, you know. And ignore the mess. I haven't had time to do any cleaning. But I'll come up here and we'll look at the birds here. He can't hear me in this room. I should close the door. Because I don't like him hearing stuff. And when I go in my bedroom here, he can't hear. You can hear people talk and when you're in your own living rooms and stuff. And it's so easy to listen. He puts his ear right to the wall. The squirrel's eating the peanuts. There's like his camera at the side of the window. He puts his camera at the top, pointing directly straight down the driveway at the side, like I showed you guys. And then he puts his regular phone in the second window and points it right at us, like 24/7. And the Brantford, Ontario is definitely part of the cabal. Because, you know, I know it is. Because of the reason why I know it is because the partner worked for Brantford City. And we, as a family, choose not to take that thing that they are still continuously trying to make people take. Right? And because he didn't take that, they said they made it hard for him, and then they made him, like, wanted him to quit and stuff because they wanted us to sign this paper, this form, that says all employees have to have that thing. So that's how I know that Brantford, Ontario is definitely here. Are definitely not too many people are awakened in this area. You know, it's a little frustrating. Because, as I say, it's frustrating because of their law. This is why I don't have anything for the police. Because we've been putting up for about 3 years, and I have a 15-year-old son, right? So he's been putting up with 3 years, and he don't feel comfortable with it, and they don't care. They absolutely do not care for the children. Brantford, Ontario, Canada, Ontario. Let everybody know that they will not do anything for the children or help the children because they will not take. They said that it's public space. It's not public space. You know what's not public? Oh, here's my kale, guys. It's still growing. Yeah, I know. It's slowly dying, but it's been for a long time. I'm going to make sure I get more kale planted. Sorry, lose subject. I always do that. I always switch up. All right. All right, now, it's just that the bylaw people, they're trying to argue, and then the partner said, what? Can someone just, like, videotape your driveway all the time? And the guy automatically said, like a robot, yeah. No. Now, if you are in the right mind, this is our entrance to go in and out of our place where we live at. Right directly down the driveway. That is not public. Okay, he's not doing it by the sidewalk. He's not standing by the sidewalk. He's putting it in his side window, directly pointing it 24/7 down the driveway, making my son uncomfortable. That makes me upset because anybody who has children, especially mothers, we can feel our children's energies. We can feel if they're upset, they're angry, they're everything. We can feel it all because we got attachment with them. That's how I feel. Right? So it makes me very super upset. This guy thinks he can keep continuously harassing. And then they got this called a peace order, which is a restraining order. The states call it restraining order this in the program, and the Canada calls it the peace order. I don't know why we have to call things different. That's because the program wants to have that. And it's different rules for each of the cities in the program, Canada, Ontario. Because in Guelph, Ontario, they won't allow that kind of stuff to happen. But here in Brantford, they tend to. That's what. It's another thing, right? This is another thing that they continuously to do. Like I always tell everybody, I can't even put my garbage out front because of this guy. He thinks it's killing the grass. The police actually sided with him and told me I need to put it at the end of the driveway in front of his car. That does not make sense. And then I used to have a lady who lived next door who did the whole neck thing under her neck cross at me. Like anybody knows what that is. And they said because she didn't use words. It don't matter because sign language is also people speaking, right? So what's that? Like that's the gesture of her doing that to me. Like she's moved a long time ago. But that's just another example of this matrix. See, they do this kind of rules just like they're telling people, oh, leave your keys outside so the other people can take your cars and your vehicles. Oh, you can't defend yourself. If you defend yourself, you're going to get in jail too. No, see, that's all part of their nonsense, right? And, you know, I have to get over my anxiety, which is very hard because I've been working on it for a long time. And I have to read all this whole peace order and how they have it in this matrix and get it done because I am sick and tired of this guy in the front. Like he smokes his nasty stuff, breathes it all out the windows when I'm in the driveway. He's constantly, he tries to imitate me, which is not happening. He tries, like, when I come from somewheres to go down the driveway, he comes out on his porch and pretends he's throwing peanuts and stuff out, right? So he just continues playing games. You know, that's what narcissists do, okay? Like, I put up with a narcissist pretty much every single day. All right, so I definitely know how to deal with things, and I've had enough. I am at that point in my journey where I am done. I'm not letting it. I'm putting boundaries. You know, when the narcissist starts getting angry at me or hollering at me, I tell him, no, I am not talking to you when you're doing that to me. Bye. Until you can learn to talk to me in a reasonable voice, in a reasonable conversation, I am not listening to that anymore. You know, another example, well, narcissists, they don't listen. Okay, they're in their own self, and they don't listen to anybody else's stuff because it don't make sense to them, right? And the son is very emotional. And the son got upset. Those two got upset about stuff. So the son, when he gets upset, he takes off and goes for a walk. Right? To let decompress, you know. And the narcissist, he was going to go after him, and he was all angry. So me, I'm a very protected mom. I told him that you're not getting through. I'll go out and get him. You need to go somewhere and sit out and take a time out. You know, I can't have this nonsense. And he's like, get out of my way. I'm like, no, I'm not getting out of your way. I am going to get him. So I got the sun and got back. He wasn't thinking. He didn't really dress warm. He was actually really cold when he came back. And it's because when you're angry, a lot of people can't think when they're angry. They can't think straight. They just go, okay? It's just the thing that a lot of people do. Right? And I said, well, maybe if the son just walks up and down the street to let him release instead of going all the way around the blocks when he gets upset, to ease what his upsetness. And the partner wasn't even narcissistic, wasn't even listening. He didn't listen to what I said. He wasn't respecting what I was saying. He was telling him because he's his dad, blah, 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 that he can't go out. And I just don't agree with it. And then he's arguing with me. And then my voice gets a little louder like this. And he tells me I'm yelling. And I told him, well, you're not a doctor. You're not therapy. So don't say nothing to me. Like, I'm at that stage where I am sick and tired of it. Like, 26 years, I am done dealing with it. I'm at that point where, you know, I just don't want the negative energies around me. I don't want to talk to people. I don't want to be around people just because of the negativity all the time. It's like nonstop. We get tired. We get very tired and frustrated and annoyed. You know, and then I constantly I have messages and stuff trying to help me through, but then there's like some of us are in like deep depression and frustrated, and sometimes it's hard to get there and get there because, you know, the negatives and that keep bringing us to our past. You know, we're not our past. Okay, what happened in our past is what is done, okay? We need to worry about the present. We don't need to worry about the past and the past mistakes that we have done and stuff. Nobody's perfect in this world. Okay, as long as we continue to be kind and humble and help others and help each other, because we're all going through a mess. You know, I keep praying for everybody and all the animals and everybody, adults, the kids, the animals, you know, I keep praying for them, right? Because animals have souls and they deserve to live. They do understand. But in this negative program, has it in people's heads that they don't, but they do. They're constantly... We're going to have flying cars in the future, okay? Izzy Meow has been right about pretty much everything he says. So has Infinite Waters. And everything they have said, things he said, and that has come true with things a lot. And I do believe that we'll have flying cars. But they're trying to do in ads. Those are all programs. They're trying to say not flying cars. There's going to be flying cars. Okay? Like, they're trying to... Like, I didn't even know this. I don't watch TV programs or the news and stuff. I know a lot of stuff that's happening. I don't feel like I want to listen or hear it anymore. Because what it is I can pray for this stuff, but I can't control what happens, you know? It's just a thing on this earth, right? We just need to continue and to keep growing and continue and putting boundaries, staying strong, telling people no, you know, no more people pleasing. People need to be more self-love of their self, heal. The more we heal, the more we can help others who are going through things and help them heal. That's what it's all about. We came here. We're old souls. We come here. Reincarnate, just like my old soul said at the very beginning when I woke up. I am an old soul. I've been through this before. Everything's going to be okay. You know, there's not a coincidence for things that just pops up and say stuff. Because a lot of these negatives don't believe in all this other nonsense and stuff. Well, it is true. A lot of things are true, but people just don't want to hear it. They don't want to hear it. They don't want the help. They got their own world, their own about each people. A lot of these programs care about what other people think. Well, I don't. I'm going to wear what I want to wear. If you don't like it, oh well, you're not wearing it. You know, I don't care what other people think. I don't care. I'm going to do me. You know, these people care too much what these other people think. Why? We live our lives to enjoy every single day, not be judged by all these other people that don't even know us, that think they know us. That's why we continue to grow and heal. And I'm at that moment, the stage where I don't really care for arguing. I don't care for you be angry and stuff at me. I'm gonna walk away. I'm like no longer wanting to deal with negativity. It's like my brother. He's always on repeat. He always wakes up and calls me. And this is all this negative on me. I'm like, no, I'm not in the mood to talk today right now. I'm tired of the negativity. I told him I'm tired of your negativity. I'm tired. Only people that I talk to is my mom, which it is a lot of negativity. As much as I love my family, she is a lot of the negativity, and so is my brother, so is the partner, and so is kind of the son in the way too. So these are the only people that I'm around all the time, and my cats right now. And Miss Miley didn't eat her food first thing. Nala did, and Midnight did, and then Miley wants straight to treats. Well, she's learning that if she doesn't eat her food, she don't have any treats. They have regular cat food, and I got her some organic grass, pet grass. It's like these people in this matrix really judge people upon whatever their dress or look at. They don't go within what people are. Is their problem. Right? It's like when I do beer cans and stuff. On Tuesday, I'd be riding my bike for about almost 10. Well, first, maybe about 12 hours, 13 hours, 14 hours. I'm constantly riding the bike, trying to get stuff to collect, to help out. And then go home and then drop off stuff. And then go back out. And then continuing from like about almost 21 hours. And then dealing with people, negative people honking your horn at me. Or setting their car alarms and beep beep all the time. Dogs barking. There is a lot of positive, kind people that help out and come talk and are really nice and kind, but then you got to also deal with these negatives, right? And then they don't understand me. They don't know my life. They don't know what's going on, but they just automatically assume negativity at me. You know, the program, you know, just because a person in the household is making much money and then the other person that has a lot of issues can't work, and they don't get any money. Well, how on earth are you expect us to get through things? So, you know, I help out with paying all the cats' foods and the stuff, right? And that's how I save money and then I get stuff. That's because I want to have my own stuff because I don't want to be controlled. I don't want to have like none of it and then have to wait upon the other person to buy things and stuff. You want my own independence. See, that's why I do this. It works hard, and it's hard for me to go. Like, I've tried to work in this program thing, but for some reason my memory completely erases and forgets about all the stuff I've been taught. I put up with that for a very long time, since public school, because they in program publics, the school is all a program, and I had to. They changed the program 3 times, and then they tried to make me stay in one grade for 2 years. They really tried to keep me down and not awake. Like, I didn't really awaken until about 6 years ago. Like for in this program world, this year I'll be turning 44, 44. That was a long time ago. Back then, like, we were young and all this other stuff. I never understand anything that they teach me. I didn't even want to remember it. I don't even want to listen to it. I just didn't care for it. And then, like, it tires you out. It's a constant program. There's constantly people bullying other people on what they wear and what clothes they wear or what they wear or this and that and that and that. It's constantly saying negativity to kids. Violence in the program schools, right? And then they constantly doing this negativity stuff, trying to teach these children the rainbow stuff, which is not acceptable for the little children. You're not allowed to groom our children. You leave our children alone. That's why we have people who are standing up for kids, and we're not allowing any more of this negative stuff harm our children. That's why a lot of people are standing up. They're standing up to change. Like, in this program world, Canada, there was a lot of people standing up and didn't want the government, who has sent all these people to different areas, they want them to send back, because they brought all the people who are negative, who do crimes, do stuff. They just bombarded it in each area. So we're wanting them to go back to where they came from, because it's not acceptable. We want peace. Just like those beautiful Buddha monks that are walking in the U.S. for peace. They're walking for peace with their dog that they got from India. So that's why we continue to not react with these negative people. That's what I've been trying to do. I'm not. Oh, look at that squirrel's tail. Try not to react the same energy as they are. For example, there was this lady over in this one subway, right? And she's always negative and stuff. So I just kept my energy the way I want my energy, and didn't allow her negativity to affect me. And then at the very end, she was actually happy. It's just, we just don't need to interact with these people. That's what I've been trying to do, because, the Mother Gaia, the universe, has told me that not to react. Let the universe and the karma go with what they get. Pretty much, We get these other beautiful brothers and sisters that are like, this one guy who's like a phenomenon. He's doing I ams and affirmations and doing the songs and stuff, helping people out with their vibrations and stuff. That's what it's all about. And everybody should be in this world equal. We're all equal. We're all unique. We're all beautiful brothers and sisters on planet Earth. One people, one race, one religion, one love. We need to unite. We need to get rid of this religion, this dividing, this country names, all this nonsense. As this whole Federation thing that Ismael's talking about. You know, they're going to Greenland right now, and I guess there's portals in Greenland. I think it's in Greenland. Yeah, Greenland. I think it is Greenland. If I'm wrong, I will talk about it. One of those. I think it's Greenland. The portals to Antarctica. There's a lot of underground cities. There's a lot of history that's being erased and deleted from us. And has been mermaids, and there's a lot of underwater cities that they have not communicated with people because they don't want us to know our truths and stuff. You know, they took down all these bells and these lithiums out of there, these bells with the certain vibrations and everything. Help people heal. Frequencies, medicines, and that are all healing in my beliefs. You know, we're all special human beings. It's just that we got to remember, we had like 12 strands. They took away 10 of them so that we could be their slaves. All those strands are going to come back line. There's going to be like 3 solar flashes. See, they're continuing. I don't know when they're going to happen, but things will happen, right, as they come. I want it to happen sooner than later, but I guess it takes time of how people's and what they are in their stages. Right? Just continue on your journeys, everybody. And continuing on being yourself. Continuing on being strong. Don't let these negative people affect you and ruin your day. Because I've been trying so hard not to let that happen, right? It's midnight. Midnight. He is my snuggle bunny. Are you my snuggle bunny? Are you my snuggle bunny? Are you my snuggle bunny? Got my stuffy. It's Black Panther. Yeah, it's Diamond. Alright, then we got Miss Manala. No. I know. Okay. I dropped some food on her and I have to get a cloth to wash that off. She won't take a shower. I'll clean it. This is Wiley. Alright, so thank you, brothers and sisters, so much for listening, liking, sharing, and subscribing. Thank you, all you beautiful new souls that have joined on either of my channels on Instagram and YouTube. Send lots of love, light, healing, protection. Keep your heads up. I am very proud of you guys. Keep on doing the hard work. Keep on taking the steps to get better and healthier. And keep on researching knowledge about things, okay? And this whole gravity thing that we're not going to have from NASA or something like that, that's not true. They're just trying to do fear-monger. Sam Illusion said it wasn't. No, the Pleiadians, I think. He connects to, like Ismael and Infinites. All of them connect. We all can connect, but we'll get there. So have a beautiful, blissful day or night wherever you are. Sprinkle some stardust, and bye for now.